Hi, today I'm going to be telling you why I believe teachers should receive the same pay as doctors. The reason why I believe teachers and doctors should receive the same pay is because a doctor and a teacher have a lot of similarities in the path they go on after high school. After high school, a teacher is required to receive a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, which is 8 years after college, after high school, and a doctor is required a bachelor's degree and to go to medical school. However, the difference that you will see is when they attend their work field. Once they are in their work field, a doctor will earn anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000, whereas a teacher will receive anywhere from $40,000 to $90,000 in a year, which is a huge difference because when you think about it, teachers and doctors are required the same amount of school, which is nothing cheap, right? Every doctor and every teacher leaves school with a huge debt if they are not able to pay that, if they do not have that financial support from parents or grants or whatever it is. Therefore, when they transition into their work field, they carry that debt with them, which is nothing easy, because a teacher making $90,000 a year, that's maxed out, you have a loan of almost $500,000, which is holding you down. Compared to a doctor, $500,000 you can make in 3 to 4 years and be able to pay that off and be able to live your life after that stress-free. Whereas a teacher will never make that kind of money. They will make those $500,000 in about 10 years, which is huge difference because a lot of the times those debts must be paid in a certain amount of time. There's not a lot of time that is given for them to pay those debts. So that being said, when a teacher is in the work field, she or he is not able to perform at their best level because they tend to carry these day-to-day problems with them, these financial problems with them, into their work field. A lot of times as a kid, I remember hearing my teachers complain about how they were not paid well enough, about how they didn't have enough resources in the classroom, how they had to buy their own pencils, their own paper, they had to buy their own computers, they were not given any type of support. It was all, they had to do it on their own for them to be possible, or nothing was going to be done. And I believe a teacher's job should not be like that. A teacher's job is nothing to be underappreciated of, because it's nothing easy being in a classroom with 30 different students. Is very difficult, for one, because it's hard to retain that attention from each and every student, and at a very young age, children have very short attention spans, which is very hard to communicate with, and having 30 of them, which makes it a whole lot more difficult. And being in that field, you do not want to be in those situations. You want to be in a situation where you are always in control, where the students know when and when not to speak, which is all about respect at the end of the day. But a teacher must show that to each and one of their students. However, it's nothing easy because each student will learn differently. Each student is going to be different in the way that they absorb information and the way they are able to understand things. So one student can pick things up right away, whereas this another student might need a little bit more explaining, a little bit more detail, and those are day-to-day things that are not ever thought of. Do not get me wrong, I believe a doctor's job is very, very difficult. It's a job where it's no mistakes, zero room for mistakes, and it's very important because they go on day by day. Saving lives is pretty much exactly what they do. They save lives. However, I believe teachers save lives as well, because teachers are able to get the best out of these children if they are on top of their game when they are inside the classroom. If they are where they want to be, they are happy, they are financially not stressed, they are focused day to day only on the children, and that is what is important. That is what is required. Doctors should not receive less pay. What I am saying is that teachers should receive the same pay as doctors.